Hello and welcome to TDF exclusive. I'm Kaveh Taqwai. Our topic today is Azerbaijan, and we have the honor and the privilege of having our esteemed guest, Dr. Farid Shafiyev, join us. He's the chairman of the Center of Analysis of International Relations, and he joins us for this TDF exclusive. Well, welcome to this program and to this summit.
Thank you very much for the invitation. I'm really pleased and honored to be part of TDF.
In terms of Azerbaijan itself, we would like to find out first, given the fact that you're here in the Islamic Republic, how you would assess the relationship between the two. I know that Azerbaijan is one of the focuses of Iran's foreign policy and the importance that it gives to it. Perhaps you can tell us how Azerbaijan views Iran.
Yeah, let me start with the quite recent event. It's the visit of the Iran's President Masoud Pezeshkian to Azerbaijan in the beginning of May. I think it indeed was a very successful visit. And you know, throughout the history, and speaking about the modern history, we had ups and downs in our relationship, but this is the very pivotal moment, I believe, when after his visit, our relationship is going up. It was followed also at my level, think tank level. I hosted Mr. Khatibzadeh in Baku a week after Mr. Pezeshkian's visit. And now I'm here at TDF. Relationship indeed has a lot of, the complex of issues related to political interaction, economic interaction, humanitarian, cultural. So we are now working towards very important energy projects, Khudaferin, power plant. We're speaking about north-south corridors, but also, first of all, we're speaking about the fixing some of the problems in political arena, and I think indeed very good momentum to take kind of the breath which His Excellency President Masoud Pezeshkian visit gave us after his visit to Baku. So taking this wind of change to go further.
Well, that is indeed the story when it comes to relationship between two countries, the economic aspects of it, and you mentioned the north-south trade corridor, and also the middle corridor, I think is how you termed it prior to this interview. But tell us how these two is going to enhance the relationship between the two countries.
Let's start what we mean under middle corridor. It's the corridor which goes from China to Europe and back through now going to Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan, Georgia, and through Black Sea or through Turkey. So Azerbaijan heavily invested in the infrastructure in Port Baku, at the Caspian Sea shore, also in the Baku-Tbilisi-Kars railway. So it's functioning, and especially the last 2-3 years because of the Russian-Ukrainian war and also very uncertain situation in the Red Sea, the cargo flows through that so-called middle corridor is increasing. So that's the one part of the element of the Eurasia connection. That second element is very important, the north-south corridor, from Russia from Azerbaijan and Iran. And it can be extended from Iran to other destinations. So also very important because our trade, internal trade, let's say, intra-regional trade is going up. So how they connected? Because indeed the essential element is the South Caucasus, Azerbaijan. So that means that some goods can be from Central Asia I know goes to Iran directly, but sometimes there is some economic aspect of this, let's say, business environment, and it goes from Azerbaijan to Iran, from Iran to Georgia through Azerbaijan. So I think if we take into account that what we see in the near future, increased business activities in the area. And by the way, speaking about middle corridor, I would like to add another element. When we're speaking about China is very interested to increase trade of its western provinces with Central Asian and the South Caucasus. Western provinces of China. Right. Because what now, for the last 30 years, China's growth happens mostly on its ocean side, on the east side, Shanghai and some other hubs, industrial hubs.
Ports, perhaps, focus of it.
But we're speaking about these eastern provinces, which is less developed than the eastern provinces. So China has vital interest to increase trade with the Central Asian states, with Azerbaijan, with the South Caucasian states. And here, of course, we also see the trend, despite all this geopolitical environment, a relationship, as I said, between Azerbaijan and Iran is vital, and so I believe economic connections too.
Well, obviously, it's going to be a win-win situation for both.
Yeah.
Given the limited time that we have, I'm glad we covered this aspect of it. We'd like to move forward with the agreement that was made with Armenia, which was very good in terms of the peace that brought with it, and Azerbaijan obviously played a key role in that respect. Tell us how you view it and how you see that moving forward.
Yeah. First of all, speaking about this subject, I would like, I think they express the view that Iran always supported Azerbaijan's territorial integrity. And now, after the end of the conflict, after the end of the war, we have indeed the prospect for a brighter future for the South Caucasus. And that includes the mutual recognition of territorial integrity of Armenia and Azerbaijan. It's the core essence of the peace treaty, which Azerbaijan proposed to Armenian side. So we hope that will be some practical steps from the Armenian side in that direction. And that peace will bring prosperity and stability to the whole South Caucasus, and that means Iran definitely will benefit from peace in the South Caucasus.
Yeah, the summit that we're in right now, the TDF summit that is going on for the past now, this is the second day, has a slogan, and I'd like to ask you about that. It says regional agency and global and then parentheses order, and then it says concord and discord, okay? But beyond the title, we're looking at a global order. Tell us your thoughts in conclusion of what this evolving global order is and how you see things moving forward, how you see Azerbaijan in that picture perhaps.
Yeah, we actually, in my lifetime, and probably our lifetime, we witnessed once the change of global order after the fall of communism in the Soviet Union, the fall of the Soviet Union. So countries adjusted, but we lived what the international experts call unipolar world order. And now we're speaking about multipolar world order. And this 2025 also a very pivotal year because the change in transatlantic relationship between the United States and the European Union. Some of the aspects also concern the Middle East, the great Middle East, and the Caspian region too, what's going on in Russia and Ukraine. So on the negative side, we have a lot of uncertainties, and that's probably the epitome of what is a disorder. But we have to cope with that. The world, the international community faced that after the Second World War, after the fall of communism. Now that it's third time for the last 100 years, we are coming to a completely new set of factors which will shape our future. How Azerbaijan see it? Again, we believe in the importance of the principle of territorial integrity. That's important when we're speaking about the Russian-Ukrainian war, Middle East, we're speaking about two-state solution, and etc. Sure. Second, it's the issue, a very important issue, non-interference in domestic affairs. I believe if that's understanding, also very important understanding between Azerbaijan and Iran, we have bright future. Yeah. And the third, of course, trans-regional cooperation. Despite of uncertainties, despite of these tariff wars, whatever, we have to find the common ground. If the global powers decide to fight, I think at the level of Azerbaijan, what we would like to pose as a middle power, we have to find the ground for the economic benefits of our people. Okay. So that's
very good. No, you mentioned three important points. We're going to end it on that. Thank you so much for joining us in this TDF exclusive. Dr. Farid Shafiyev, Chairman, Center of Analysis of International Relations. Thank you so much for joining us in this interview.